What's up guys, Perlin here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing this headlight from BioLite. So first off, a few specs about this headlamp. It is from BioLite, the company, and they make a lot of camping, trekking, adventure type gear. This is what it looks like. It's got the torch at the front, and then it's got the battery at the back. Also on the back it's got a reflective strip, so that means that cars and motorbikes and stuff can see you if you're on the road, which is great for if you're cycling, but also just if you're walking along the side of the road with this on at night time, cars can see you, so that's good. It's very comfortable to wear. It's sort of got a thicker band at the front and then a bit of a thinner band that goes around the side, so it's sort of very comfortable on your forehead. I tried it out for a good couple of hours having this on and just doing things, throughout the day with my room, and it never got uncomfortable, which is really good. But I did notice that if you have it on for ages and then you take it off, you do have a little bit of a line on my forehead from the wire. So the way that this is manufactured, they've got the light at the front, and then they've got a cord which runs along and connects to the battery, which is at the back. But it does mean that there's this lump on the part that goes along your head where the wire goes along. So that is one issue that you'll have to think about when using it. But they actually have just released sort of version 2 of this, which is a little bit lighter, a little bit cheaper, a little bit less light in terms of its power, but it's smaller, and it has the battery at the front with the light instead of the battery at the back. So they've eliminated this wire that goes along the strap to connect it. So you can check that out as well if you want something that's a little bit smaller in size. This headlamp is water resistant, so you don't have to worry about walking in the rain with it on. It just has a little cover on the bottom of the battery for the USB to go into, and that just covers it, and it also sits down. So if the rain's coming down from here, that'll be covered. Now it's easily adjustable from two little side straps at the back. You can adjust while it's on your head to make it super tight if you're running around, or make it looser if you're just casually walking and you don't want too much pressure on your forehead. In terms of the light itself, you've got 4 different options. So you've got a beam light, more of a floodlight, you've got a flashing light, and you've got a solid red light. And you've also got both the flashlight and the floodlight together. If you want all of the light all at once, you can do that. And you just click between the different types of lights until you get one that you want. The red light's great if you're doing like nighttime photography, or you're reading in bed and you don't want to create too much bright light, and you want to keep your light sensitivity down so you can get to sleep easier, but you still want to read something at night. That's what the red light is really good for. The spotlight's really good for if you're walking at night and you want to look at different creatures like possums or things like that in the trees, and you're hiking along and you just want one long light. You can put all the power into that. The floodlight's great if you just want not such an intense light, you just want it a little bit more broad. And one of the good things about this is it also has memory. So you can be on a certain light and you can turn it off, and when you turn it back on, it'll be on that same setting as well. And then you can click through if you want a different type of light. So that's really cool that it has that type of memory. Now this only weighs 69 grams, so it's very light for walking and hiking, but also just for travel. So you can be traveling along and have this and just put it in your carry-on or your day pack. It's super light and small and convenient, and it means that you've got a really good versatile light wherever you go. So ideal for travel. It puts out about 330 lumens of light, and it lasts for about 3.5 hours on max. So if you've got the full bright light going on, it lasts for about 3.5 hours. If you have dimmer light, like the red light, it can last I think more than 20 hours. So it really depends what type of light you're using, and how you're using it will depend how long it lasts for. But it's a rechargeable battery, recharges from micro USB with a cord that they provide in the box. It also has 4 dots on the battery side that will tell you how much power you have left. And it'll tell you this when you turn it on, it'll also tell you when you turn it back off again, and it'll also tell you when it's charging. It'll have the different dots to see how much it's charged. So you can see now when I turn it on, it's got 2 dots, which means it's only about half full, and when I turn it back off, it also tells you how much charge it's got left. It comes in 4 different colors. You got green, black, blue, and red. So you can choose which color you like. I really like how they've designed the light switch, because there's a little bump right above where the button is, so you can easily put your finger up there, feel the bump, and click the light. And it also serves as a little bit of a handle, so if you put your finger behind that, you can click the light forward to put it at a different position. So you can have it straight up, or you can face it all the way down if you're reading something like that. I found that super useful, that you can just click at the front and get the different angles on the headlamp. So you don't always have to be like tipping your head more forward, or lifting a book or something you're reading further up. You can just flick this to exactly where you need it. You can also wear it with headphones super easily and it doesn't get in the way. So obviously things like AirPods, it doesn't get in the way, but also bigger headphones you can wear and still have your thing on if you want to be listening to music. So all in all, I really like this headlamp. As you can probably tell, it's just super light, super easy to use, and convenient. And because it's so convenient, I've used it in a lot of cases that I didn't expect to use it. So for instance, like carrying stuff from my car back to the house late at night. I don't have to be like holding my phone to get the light, plus all of my groceries, trying to get the light going. I can just have this and be carrying whatever I need to at night, which is great. I've also been doing a lot of designing of a house that I've been building, so I've been getting exact markers with a ruler and pencil and stuff, and just having a good light on the paper to see exactly what I'm doing is super handy, especially in this room, which sometimes doesn't have the best light for my working desk. So that's been handy. I've also found it handy for playing cards. So there's different times when, like say at my dad's place, he's got a pretty bad light above the card playing table. So if you're on the opposite side of the light, you can't really see your cards very well. So having this head torch, I could see my cards, see what I'm doing, and didn't have to worry about a room or a table with a bad light. So it came in handy for me more than I thought it would. So there you go, that's it. That's my review of the BioLite head torch. This is the 330 version, which is 330 lumens. They've also just come out with a 200 lumens version, which is the new one, which doesn't have this back battery. It's just all in the front, and it's a little bit lighter. So if you want to check this one out or the new one out, link is in the description. But until next time, bye.